Following the publishing of Hyperia promotional video and especially the comments, it didn't go well, did it? I've got an idea for a new series. We're gonna travel across Europe and check out Merlin Magic Making theming and discover why it's so cheap. It's gonna be a journey across metal sheets, car scrapyards and dumps. Welcome to the new series. This theming is sheet. First stop, Gardaland. Today I'm in Gardaland and it's from this one, which is probably the best themed area in the park, that we're gonna kick off our research for sheet theming. Now, I'm not gonna talk a lot about the single storylines and the stories around each coaster, each attractions, but we're gonna mention those stories because you will see that there are lots of similarities, and this is strictly linked on how they execute the theming and what kind of material they use for the theming. But generally speaking, we are gonna look at substrate, materials, what kind of project there is behind each theming, and how they kind of all look similar and all look cheap. It's gonna unfold by the time we go through the video. In the meantime, subscribe. And I'm here in front of Raptor, and you will notice that in Merlin theming we are always talking about a creature, a monster, there is a curse, there is an invasion of aliens, we are trying to escape from something or whatever. It's always a pretty dark theming. The reason behind it is that allows them to create kind of post-bellic, post-atomic, kind of apocalyptic sceneries, which allows them to use really cheap materials, off-the-shelf materials, and give a kind of industrial, military feeling, which can be kind of run down, partially destroyed, not well kept together, and you never know what is theming and what is lack of maintenance. Let's go and have a look in this particular case to Raptor. And here you can see quite a lot already. You got like the chicken net that comes from B&Q. You got concrete as used as theming, not only for structural building. You got the barbed wires and all this kind of rustic. There is a lot of rust actually. You never know what is real, what is theming. And then one of Merlin's best friends, the container. I'm here in front of Oblivion, where we're gonna find another Merlin's best friend, which is like the metal sheet. There you go, not even painted. Now, okay, it's industrial, it's kind of military. Here it's used as a space theme, whatever. In reality, it's not even painted, it looks really, really cheap. Merlin makes an absolute abuse of this material. You will find it in any attraction far too much. Here in Oblivion, there is also another best friend. Let's find it out together. And here we go, scrapped vehicles, cars, planes, whatever. Now, yes, I get it, it's theming, but it's a kind of hyper-realistic theming. It's not really like designed and built to be theming, it's just a vehicle from a scrapyard. Again, you're gonna find them like anywhere in Merlin theme parks, far too much. In Jumanji The Adventure, and guess what? A shipping container, yay! And another one. And here from Jumanji there is another Merlin best friend, which is going to the dump and grabbing random scrap and pretend that it's steaming. Look at this AC unit here. And from this amazing piece of steaming note, there is another thing about queue lines, especially at the exit. There is a bit of inconsistency. So when you get out, it's steamed to a certain point. When you just get into a restaurant or in a shop, something different that is not steamed at all. Here is one example. And I'm now in front of Mammut, and being honest, this is pre-Merlin, therefore station and queue line and the attraction itself, they are nicely themed. But let's have a look, and there is a friend in the station. Blue Tornado, which is pre-Merlin, but here again you got standard chicken nets, standard off-the-shelf materials, and guess what? We got here a shipping container, yay! And here as well, even if when it opened it was something, this jet fighter, now the kind of scrapyard effect, it's there. And so here is the end of the episode from Gardaland, and I'm here for a reason in a minute. So basically what we discovered, Gardaland is a mixed bag, of course. There is the pre-Merlin phase in which the theming is really, really nice, and then the Merlin phase, Atlantida is going through, the post-Merlin phase in which the theming is Merlin classic, so this kind of post-atomic military warehouse, industrial looking, where things are already run down from day one. There is a lot of rust, lots of broken things, and you never know if it's lack of maintenance or theming or a bit of both. I'm saying this here in particular because here we are in Atlantida, which is one of the best themed water ride in Europe, but recently most of the theming has started falling apart, and to the extent that I'm going to show you in a minute, there is one wall completely knocked down, and here as well you can see they try to put a little patchwork there, and everything is being fenced because the whole thing is falling apart. To say what? But if you do a nice theming, then first thing, you cannot do really like off-the-shelf materials, or you cannot use like cheap materials, but then you have also to spend a lot of money to keep it nice looking, while Merlin is doing their own Merlin style theming, because first thing, they can use really cheap off-the-shelf materials, but also they don't need, and they kind of know they're not able to do something nice, but even less able to keep it nice long term. They're really bad at maintenance, especially when it goes to aesthetics. So they decided to go the avenue in which they go dark, they go post-atomic, run down and everything, just because for them it's easier to do, but also it's easier to maintain. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel, because now I'm gonna start touring in other Merlin parks, and trust me, we're gonna see quite a lot.